Hey everyone, this is Garnatrix, and welcome to your first video on becoming a Vampire Slayer. This one, we're going to talk about dashing. Dashing generally is pretty simple. All you have to do is press left or right twice, or left then right, or right then left. We call that double backing, and you start a dash. Alright, thanks for watching. That was the video. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch TV, like, favorite, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Alright, but seriously, dashing actually has a lot of application, and it's pretty complex. It's got a lot of depth to it. It may seem pretty simple at first, but there's a lot of different ways that you can get more out of your dash. And what I'm mostly going to do this video on is how to conserve your dash. And what I mean by that is where you're already dashing and you want to turn the other direction. But normally you have to press the direction twice. So I'm running left, but I want to go right. I want to dash right. But I have to press right twice in order to do that. And so you awkwardly go into the walking period and then you have to dash. You end up dashing. But there are a lot of ways where you can skip the whole walking and you can turn around with just one input as well. So I'm going to go over some of that and just how you can apply that as well. Really quickly, I'll go over some frame data, just really quickly. Alright, if you're not moving, if you're completely stationary, 13 frames after the first input of going left or right, when you let go, you have 13 frames to input left or right again, and you'll start dashing. Doesn't matter which direction. And while you're walking, you have 15 frames. So I'm just going to start walking, and I can press left here, and I'll start dashing. And that may seem a little weird or complicated, but a really easy way to think of it, or to really know, the only real application is while you're walking or running. Just know that Nathan's walk and run animation only have 3 keyframes. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and then this is the third one. They just rotate, they just cycle back and forth. So while walking and running, it's always the second keyframe you want to look out for. Right here. You only have about 2 or 3 frames left before you have to press another direction and you'll start dashing. So I'm gonna press right here and I'll end up dashing. And similarly with dashing, there's only 3 keyframes as well. That's the first one, the second one, and the third one. So for dashing, you want to look out for the second keyframe. And it's right here. You have about 2 or 3 frames where you can turn around right away. Get it? Great, awesome. I'm going to have a link in the description to a Google Doc where I took a lot of screenshots and have more in-depth descriptions on this kind of stuff, because it's really boring to talk about, and I imagine it's really a lot faster to read and understand than just to have me ramble about it. Alright, so back to conserving your dash. When I talk about conserving dash, I don't mean like double backing. That's where you press one direction and then the other really quickly in order to start a dash. If you're already dashing, just do it really quickly, or if you're walking, to start a dash. We call that double backing. Conservation is something like when you hit a tackle block and you hold up, you can choose a direction from here and you'll end up dashing right away because you're already dashing when you started it. So if I hit left here, I start dashing. Same thing if you were to hit right. And it works with crouching too. So if I were to reload this room here, oh, good, hello moth. So I tackled it, I'm crouching, and I'm dashing. So that's one way you can conserve your dash. And there's something else I want to note about crouching too, is that if you crouch, you can slide in either direction. You can even turn around like this, and you'll still have your dash maintained, like that. And that's just one of the few states, one of the few states that Nathan can be in that will let you conserve your dash, where you only have to press one direction to start a dash in the opposite direction, basically. Another one is using the Rockwing. You've probably noticed that while you're dashing and use Rockwing, you maintain that speed. Well, during the beginning of your Rockwing, you can just press the opposite direction, and you are still in dash speed. Really simple. Similarly with the tackle block, how if you just hold up or crouch while running, you maintain your dash and you can choose a direction. If you take damage and do either of those actions, like hold up, you can choose a direction. And you'll be able to... This is a really bad monster to demonstrate it on. Let's try a different... There we go. Alright, if you hold up after taking damage, you can just choose the direction, like that. Or just taking damage in general, you can just choose the direction. It'll conserve your dash. Same thing with crouching as well. So if you take damage, you can crouch and slide. Except I'm bad at timing it. So you can take damage, crouch, slide, then keep dashing. Things like that. And all of this works with double speed as well. And the last one I want to go over is screen transitions, and this one's really the most useful in the Eternal Corridor here in the Chapel Tower, because like in fighter mode and in other ones, you're gonna be going through these kinds of loading zones a lot. And it's the same, it works the same way as like Rockwing. All you have to do is go through a screen transition and hold the other direction. And you'll start your dash the other direction right away. And the main reason like this is important is you don't have to walk after, you know, dashing in one direction. And it works the same way too, like you can, while falling, or the other way, I'm sorry, while falling, you can choose a different direction and maintain your dash speed. So that's really convenient. So yeah, that's really it. In the description there'll be a link to a Google Doc where I go into more detail about this stuff, and if something doesn't make sense, I would recommend you look at that, and if something else doesn't make sense or you have a recommendation, feel free to comment and I'll probably get back to you really quickly. In the description I'll also include a link to the Discord. We have a Discord for Circle of Noon speedrunning and just a general place to hang out. Feel free to come in and join, and thanks for coming in and watching. I'll see y'all next time.